Hey Sammy fam, today we are going to be making some homemade White Castle burgers. We'll start with our 80/20 beef. Get that all nice and loose. About a tablespoon of peanut butter. A splash of fish sauce, going for like a half tablespoon. Worcestershire, half tablespoon again. Liquid smoke. And garlic powder. Finally, softened butter. I really gently work this in. You don't want to overwork it. Now we're going to lay out some parchment paper. And we're just going to make this into a thin and even sheet. Now I just need a square that matches the size of 4 of my buns, because that is what I'm going to cook today. I can save the rest of this for later when I get snacky. Now I'm going to create some holes in here that's going to let steam pass through. I'm just using the thick end of a chopstick. And now we get to start cooking. I have already prepared some very finely minced onions. We're going to put the onions in the pan first and then put the meat down on top of it. A healthy square of onions. White Castle flavor, all about the onions and the beef. Carefully take our beef over. And we will somehow transfer this right on top. Can you tell it's my first time doing this? But I figured it out. We want to get our buns nice and steamy too. So let's take out our 4 square buns. I'm using Martin's potato slider rolls here. So we'll separate the top from the bottom. Put the bottoms down on top. And we'll put the tops down on top of that. And we'll just let this cook through on medium-high heat. Oh, I almost forgot, super important step. We're just gonna cover these, and that'll help steam everything together. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. Everything is looking juicy and cooked. Let's get it served. Take off these top buns. And we'll put some American cheese right on here. It's going to be easier to transfer this individually, so I'll break these up. This smells insanely amazing. Don't forget all these extra onion bits. That's flavor. We ain't leaving flavor behind. I like having a pickle slice. This is hard. Maybe two. Let that rest a second and it'll get that cheese all nice and melty for us. Ooh, so look at these bad boys. They smell so good. They're so cute. Cheesy, oniony, pickly goodness. Very hot to hold. Wow. Look how the cheese melted. Let's go for it. Oh my God, that steamed burger. It's so delicate and creamy. And do not worry, it does not taste like peanut butter. It just like helps hold it together and provide a wonderful texture. I should run a White Castle. Except this tastes better than White Castle. It probably has twice the amount of meat. Made with infinite more love. Oh Lord. And nobody tried to fight you in the lobby. Which used to be a problem here when we had White Castles in New York City. But I don't know where they all went. I mean, gentrification. I'm sure a White Castle location now around where I live will be $30,000 a month or something just in rent. And we used to have, 3 of them within a few blocks of me, but they're all gone. They've been gone for like 7 years now. One time I walked into a White Castle after attending some house parties in Williamsburg and bar hopping. The kind of thing you do in New York City when you're in your early 20s. And I went into White Castle to get chicken rings and a bag of sliders. And a guy was selling drugs in the line to somebody, and he asked me to verify. I said, tell him this is good cocaine. I have never used cocaine. And so I just looked at it and I was like, well, I don't want to piss off the drug dealer. So I said, yep, it looks like great cocaine to me. And bought my sliders and hurried off to the subway and got home. I hope it was good. I mean, who am I to know? I just didn't want to get in a fight. Oh my God. This burger is to die for. It's the perfect amount of like savory from the Worcester, the fish sauce, the liquid smoke, but it doesn't taste fishy. It doesn't taste overly smoky or anything. It just balances really well. And the way the bun got steamed with it all. Magnificent. I'm full though. Now 4 White Castle burgers may not fill you up, but these will, because that was over half a pound of beef, so. Whew. Thank you guys for watching. Please try this recipe at home. It was so good. I love onions.